everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man Battle Network 5. In the last part, we got Napalm Man to join our team, and also found out our next opponent is, in fact, Mega Man. And now we're going to continue on. Now, as for who you get in Team Colonel, first off, let me explain the backstory that leads to getting him. You go on the ship and such, everything progresses as normal, except instead of Firefox, there's a man there by the name of Dingo, who is actually from Natopia, I believe. And stuff proceeds as usual until you get to the booster system stuff. He wants to destroy the thing, I forget the exact reason why, it's been forever since I played Colonel. Then you find his Navi, Tomahawk Man. Yay, more Mega Man 6. Tomahawk Man cannot flinch, he has super armor like Magnet Man does. Charging his buster is no problem, and his charge is the Tomahawk Air Raid. I think that just sends some arrows down or something. It's been forever since I used Tomahawk Man. His special chip is Tomahawk Swing, which has a 3x2 range swing, which does a good amount of damage. It's also used, his outside of battle liberation technique is the exact same thing, 3x2 area, although I think it costs 2 order points, but do not quote me on that. So nothing too different there. And I think now's a good time. I'd like to explain the DS exclusives. First off, there's a new emotional state they added, which is where in the emotional panel turns pink, and then you yell into the mic, and then Mega Man and whoever you're playing as will get a randomly selected combination of 2 bonuses from instant full synchro, HP recovery, or barrier. It also has a couple exclusive things, otherwise than that. It has base cross, which you get by putting in the GBA games Team Proto Man or Colonel with the base icon obtained within the DS's GBA slot, which is really good. There's 2 versions of base cross. I forget which one's better, though. It's also badass in the movie. You get Soul Cross by putting in Boktai 2 Solar Boy Django, or Boktai 3 in the Japanese version to the GBA slot. There's the Party Battle system, which I really like, which in non-critical sections of the plot, you can select 2 Navi ghosts to follow you around on your homepage, and they'll do things in battle, like Gyro Man will, I think, do his little air thing. I think Proto Man wide swords enemies randomly. It's really cool. You got transport chips, or TP chips for short, which are used in liberation battles, which basically switch Navi with its corresponding one from the other version, like Proto Man would become Colonel, Napalm Man would become Tomahawk Man, etc. And up to 3 Navis can be done to that. There's remixed battle music in general. Well, actually, there's remixed music in general, although I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. However, if you have Battle Networks 1, 2, 3, 4, or if you're in Japan, 4.5 into the GBA slot, the game plays remixed battle music from that title, which is actually really cool. I especially love the Battle Network 2 remix. And there's also a couple other things, like there's random bonuses you get from random things you put into the GBA slot, like other games. Like merchant discounts, information on program advances, to a bonus side quest that yields a humongous amount of Zenny. I forget the amount, though. There's voice acting for several lines. A lot of voice actors return from the anime and such. There's a couple of 3D models, even. And the animation was given an upgrade, giving smoother movements on characters and cameras in battle and outside of battle. And obviously, it's both versions in one, so that's the thing. If I ever actually recommend it, I'd actually recommend playing the DS version, because it's really good other than the remixed music. Let's see, what's some other trivia about the game? Like I mentioned earlier, there is a Chaos Unison tutorial in the game, but it was scrapped and put in the instruction manual instead, and through an email we might get later. What else? That's pretty much it. Although here's something that's going to come in handy later for you guys. Also, fun little fact, this is sadly, with both versions, the only game in the Battle Network series that does not have Mr. Match in it in any form or matter. He's even in the GameCube platformer, so that says things about him. So yeah. That's my random trivia for the week. You know, speaking of the Boktai series, is it good? I want to play it, but at the same time, I know you have to have it in the sun to get your abilities, so I might have to use a Game Shark code or something to be able to play it well. Because from what I heard, they are really good. They're made by Hideo Kojima, which is always a good thing. Plus, the manga was awesome, and my god, I love the guy's battleships. Yeah. There's a lot of crossovers with Boktai actually throughout the series. 4, 5, and 6 are the ones that have it mostly. Although what's really weird is that there was 1 in 6, but the Boktai crossover in 6 was removed for some reason. I forget why though. Oh well. Anyway, we got a new virus here, which is also the new Guardian type you may have noticed. I've missed their name. I think they're just swordies, though. You remember the sword enemies from the early games. What they do is that they'll slam their sword on a 3... they'll swing your sword on the entire 3-block column from where you are standing. And that'll crack the panels. Or does it outright break them? I forget. Either way, he hurts. Kill him as soon as possible. I think he can block certain attacks, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I might play these games well, but I'm no expert on them. There's someone else on YouTube who is much better on that. Though I'm still waiting for that guy to get to playing Battle Network 4. Then again, it's just great to see someone on YouTube who plays a lot of Mega Man that actually likes the series, unlike a certain great Canadian. I know at least one of you who knows what I'm talking about. Though I don't fault him for not liking the Battle Network series. It is a bit of an acquired taste, I will admit to that. And this is actually a rarity. There are times in this game where I actually get myself ahead of my notes, because I actually usually don't find myself right here until Phase 6. Which makes me wonder, what did I do differently? Obviously, you are going to be kind of running low on order points in this Liberation mission, so be careful with that. Anyway, let's head after Mega Man, or DarkMega as he is. DarkMega was actually an entirely different character in the manga, by the way. He actually, not double, actually no, he did double soul, didn't he? Yeah, he kind of devoured Laser Man, so yeah. Oh, the manga is so good. So you made it this far without my help. I'm impressed. Mega Man, wake up! Mega Man, can you hear me? You're wasting your breath. A dark soul fills this body now. If you want to beat me, you'll have to delete the body too. There's no other choice. We've got to fight, Lan. Delete the body? But, Mega Man, let's do it. DarkMega is actually a pretty fun boss. He only has 2 kind of variations of attacks. By the way, I think his sprite is actually just downright the Dark Souls from the last game. But as for what his attacks are, he shoots his Mega Buster, which does 1 damage per shot, not that lethal. But he can also use a crapload of battle chips, ranging from cannon to roll. So you're gonna want to be careful with that. Though, if you have the 1-phase invincible like I went for, which I forgot to mention, and you use Gyro Man, he gets really easy because he likes to stay at least 3 pounds away from you when using his Buster. He also uses Life Sword, so, be careful with that. Although I technically think that's Dark Sword in terms of the one it's supposed to be in context, which is an entirely different Program Advance. Well, actually, no, it's not even a Program Advance. That's a 400 damage Life Sword-based attack that's just a Dark Chip. And you escape by the skin of your legs. You're good, but the Dark Power makes me invincible. I see as I have 10 HP left. Take him out, Proto Man. I forget how much he heals if you let him get another turn. He usually doesn't, because he's actually pretty easy. Mind you, after Cloud Man, I would hope someone was easy. Ugh, I hate Cloud Man. I'll never let that go. What? No, I thought I was invincible. Ah! Lan! 1 turn liberation. And that is that liberation mission. Pretty fun, honestly. And I completed it in a record for me, actually. I'm usually at 6 phases, as I mentioned. And for doing it under 7 phases, you get Full Cuts, which is a battleship that automatically fills your custom gauge. Pretty useful if you're going for combos and super post-game stuff. Gwah! The likes of you can't defeat me. Mega Man, snap out of it. You can't let the dark power control you. Mega Man! Gwah! What is this? I can feel it welling up inside. Mega Man, no, you should be firmly sealed in the dark. Mega Man! Lan! Silence! I'll make the darkness swallow you again! Ah! The dark power's increased. He's at his limit. Mega Man's soul will never be beaten by the dark power. Come on, Mega Man, snap out of it. I can't scream much at all in life. Oh, well, that's not good. The dark has him now, completely. You fools, you'd have won if you'd finished me before. You won't get another chance. Such power. He's in a different league to before. Time to get out, but... Aurora for pursuing me this far. I'll try to make this as painless as possible. Stop, Mega Man, can't you hear me? Are you lost in the dark power forever? Come back, Mega Man. Come back and give me an earful like you used to. Mega Man! Ah, my throat is hurting. Land, Mega Man can't hear you now. This is the end. Dark Cannon. Ah! Mega Man, you're a persistent pest. Lan, I won't give in. As long as I can hear your voice. I won't give in to the dark power. Mega Man, you can overcome it. Mega Man, Lan's come to help me, and everyone's here rooting for me. Stay down where you belong. I'll not give in. This body belongs to me. Mega Man! That's a sound effect right out of the Oracle games. Mega Man? I'm back, Lan. It was hearing your voice that let me come back. He's fallen asleep. Navis can sleep? Well, he seems to be back to his old self. He sure is high maintenance. Now Mega Man's back, Lan. He can take over. Transfer him in. You've been a real help, Proto Man. Just doing my job. Mega Man, transfer. I owe you all an apology. As soon as Mega Man lost his self-will, I should have shut him down. If Mega Man hadn't managed to fight his way back before, you'd all have been in real danger. As leader, I should have been tougher. Well, no harm done. We liberated this area and got Mega Man back too. All's well that ends well. Mega Man's real tough for being the dark power like that. And Napalm Soul is ours. Gee, you're a soft touch too. You guys. Okay, time to jack out, I guess. I'm bushed. You get some rest at John's place too, Proto Man. Rest? Yeah, I guess it could do with some shut-eye. Yet again, Navis can sleep? Then again, sleep mode's on computer, so... Lan! Hi, Mega Man. Damn Mega Man and his friends. It seems I've underestimated them. To have overcome such deep-rooted dark power, it'll be a problem if Mega Man can demand dark power. I'll have to get Hikari to talk somehow. And complete the research. If I could just get his report, then my ambitions will be realized. Oh, it's you, Cosmo Man. Yes. Now they've taken Mega Man back. All the net areas we had captured are being liberated. I'm not happy about it. I have an idea, Doctor. A way to destroy that meddling Navi team from within. Interesting. Let it be so. Those fools who try to spoil our righteous plan. Let's see how they like the Iron Fist of Rage. Haha. Where is that report? Several days have passed since Mega Man came back. Having received a call from Chad, Lan arrives at the Scilab Mission Control. Mega Man's operator Lan, Magna Man's operator Tesla, Gyro Man's operator Charlie, Napalm Man's operator Firefox. Good, everyone's here. What's going on, Chad? Don't keep us in suspense. There are 3 reasons I've got you all here today. Firstly, so you can all meet each other. The Navis know one another already, but this is the first time all of us operators have met. I thought it'd be a good idea for us all to get acquainted. Okay, so what's the second reason? I suppose as part of getting to know each other, there's someone new I'd like you to meet. Come on in. Hey, I recognize you from the ending of 4. Ha! You! Commander of the 13th Net Unit of the Sharo Army. That's me, Raika. I knew it! You know this guy? He's pretty cute. Come on, introduce us. I don't think this is a good idea. When I was going around the world by helicopter, I just skimmed inside Sharrow airspace once. That's when I met this guy on fighter training. He chased me down and had me deported. I had never been got by any country's army before then. The way you fly, I could take 100 of you at once. Huh, he's just some snobby kid. Well, he hasn't got a bad face for a snob. Sorry, but I prefer girls with a bit less makeup. So put a sock in it, Grandma. Ooh! Grandma, how dare you be so rude? I'm only 29. I'm still in my prime. Chod, isn't it? Just tell us the mission. I haven't got all day. Fine. The third reason I got you all here today is to brief you for our next mission. Our next task is to liberate End Area 5. If we succeed, we'll have liberated the entire net. After liberating End Area, we'll force the leftover Nebula agents into the Undernet and round them up. Actually, exactly what net is End Area part of anyway? Lan explained it to me briefly once like this. End Area is the net in End City. A city with a castle that's famous for its giant gargoyle. Gargoyle? It's a huge fish statue on a castle roof. A charm to protect the castle from fires, apparently. Oh, right. So, Chad, are we starting the mission right now? We're not doing a recon mission first? We don't need any recon. Just leave it to me and Searchman. A guy with guts, huh? The big boys just square up and go straight in, right? Exactly. Everyone get ready and send your Navis into End Area 4. That's all. And Lan, I've got something for you, so come by later, okay? Got it. So let's go get it right now, actually. And we got some emails describing not only Chaos Units which we can now do, but our new Double Souls. I'll be showing those off next part. And talking to him gets us folder 2, which is a new folder that you can customize. I'll be rating it for one ship specifically, and then I'll never touch it again. And by that I mean a Vulcan 2, I'll just replace one of my Vulcan 1s. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 17, we'll be continuing on towards End Area 5, but not before doing some small side stuff first. See you guys then.